Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and thanks once again to Bandai Namco Entertainment America for giving me the ability to do a test drive for the new Gundam Heavy Weapon System. It is a 700 support, usable in ground and space compatibility, so slightly better boost efficiency and a few other perks when used in space. Melee priority of 1, that's not surprising. 20,500 hit points. Ballistic and beam resistances of 34, melee resistance of 20, range strength of 45, melee strength of 25, movement speed 125, high speed maneuver 215, thruster gauge 75, and turning speed of 72. In terms of weapons, it's got the Hyper Mega Rifle, which can be charged 2 separate levels. At the first level, it does 600 damage per burst shot. Fires, I think, 3, just like the standard New Gundam rifle does. Heat rate 13% per shot. Range 350 meters. Cooldown time between shots 0.8 of a second. Overheat 15 seconds. Focus 1.5. Yeah, I think it takes about 3 seconds to focus to level 2. We'll find out in a minute. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so normal fire will not suppress, but does offer rapid fire. Ranged beam attack causes suppression during focused fire. When adding focus from the release ranged output limiter skill ends, beams can be fired for suppression and MS penetration on contact. So yeah, piercing at top level. And yeah, also stuns with standard focus fire. And that seems to be it. Okay, it just loops. All right. New Gundam Long Beam Saber. I noticed the opposite end still not lit. Powerful weapon that uses beam blade to slice up foes. 2,900 damage, which is pretty good for support, I'd say. 2.5 seconds between swings. Vulcan's head-mounted Vulcan Mark II. 120 damage per shot, 60 rounds. Range 200 meters, reload time 13 seconds. Incendiary shoulder missile launchers, words. 8 ammo, power 200, range of 350 meters, 10-second reload. Does, I think it does 300 points of tick damage, but I could be wrong on that. Fin funnel discharge, 800 damage per hit. 100% heat rate, so yeah, they overheat after you use them. Range is 300 meters, 25 seconds of overheat. After locking on, which takes a while, release the attack button to launch funnels that can limit enemy actions. The HWS's version of defensive fin funnels is interesting. It has 5 ammo, and yeah, to place fin funnels to set up an eye-field pyramid that blocks damage from ranged attacks. The eye field gradually depletes ammo when taking damage and will disappear when empty. Needing to reload or being prompted to switch to a melee weapon will also end this effect. So yeah, you can start it reloading whenever you want, apparently. Hopefully. I'll test that when we get in there. But needing to reload, I read that wrong, so it may go either way. We'll find out. But yeah, if you take a melee hit, it just drops the shield. Missiles times 4. 650 damage per missile. Oh, brain. 4 ammo. Range 300 meters. Reload 12 seconds. Yeah, this version of the HWS has the New Gundam shield underneath the big shield, which I don't believe was the case on the old MS in Action figure I had. Also, the 2-barrel Mega Particle Cannon, power 3000, heat rate 100%, focus required, takes 7 seconds to focus, overheats for 30 seconds, range 100 meters. Must stop and focus to fire, but movement is possible while focusing. Causes long suppression, aka heavy stagger on hit. This attack negates buffer damage reduction. So yeah, so if you hit, for example, something with leg buffers in the legs, they will not get their defense bonus. Let's see. Fin funnels I usually put here. Defensive funnel skills I usually put up here. Let's see. I'm going to, I guess I'll leave the Vulcans where they are for now, and put the Mega Particle Cannon here. Okay, we're going to check out the skill set. High Performance Radar, which extends radar range to 450 meters at level 3. Observational Data Link, which lets the rest of your team see enemy life bars, which, as you've seen, is really important for good aim. Let's see. High Performance Aerospace Gimbal stabilizes the attitude control measurement in space, allowing for a larger pitch angle when the MS is tilting. Yeah, you can fire much farther up or down with this skill than other mobile suits, and it matters more than you think it does. Let's see. Resist move. Press the accelerate button twice to perform resist move. This is the level 2 version, so you do at least get 50% damage reduction while you're dodging. So it's, to be honest, that probably makes it a little bit better in a certain sense than emergency evasion controller, because you can never quite tell where the iframes are going to be with that sometimes. So, you know, if this does damage reduction all the way through, you might actually end up a little better off. Hard to say. Level 3 leg shock absorber. Yeah, reduces stress after jumping or boosting. And speeds up recovery time a very, very small amount. Flight control program lets you do mid-air boosting. Anti-blast, so if you're up on something and it explodes, you won't get heavy staggered. High performance balancer level 1 lets you cancel your boost in or jump into melee, or your landing from a jump, I should say. High spec ambac level 2 as you know, as usual, if you're moving in a straight line in space, that will cut the braking animation and let you just move into the next attack. Force injector level 2, landing after evasive maneuvers can be canceled with high speed movement. Yeah, so this is the skill that lets you zigzag a little bit. Very handy. And at level 2, decently boost efficient. At level 1, not always. Psycho Frame Resonance activates at 30% hit points, boosting my mobility and shortening Psychomu lock times by 50%. Nullifies all reactions except for stagger due to cumulative damage only at the point of skill activation. So yeah, build stun, it will still work when the Psycho Frame Resonance skill happens, but even knockdown, if the knockdown hit is what takes you into Psycho Frame, you will stay on your feet. Psychomu weapon buffer, when Psychomu weapon isn't selected, reduces hit points lost from damaged Psychomu weapons by 30%. So yeah, if you hit it in the funnels, it's when they're not selected, they take less damage. Left arm special defense system, level 1. 20% damage reduction if you're hitting gigantic shield. Also reduces stagger from build stagger when you're hitting the shield. And if the damage from an attack is 1500 points or less, apart from knockdown or tackles, reaction is reduced. So attacks that hit for less than 1500 damage are less likely to stun you. That's interesting. High performance counter program, which is, when you have less than 50% hit points, you get a special counter animation, which does extra damage. And lastly, release ranged output limiter, which does allow the 2 levels of charge on the rifle. So, and I since I went all the way up the step up, I did get the new ranged attack defense program, which for 2 close range and 2 medium slots and 5 long range slots offers 5 more range strength and 5% damage reduction from ranged attacks. Okay, yeah, that adds like a legit +5 to the range strength calculation, but the damage reduction from ranged damage does not show up as specifically as defense. So Yeah, that means that it's like having 5% ballistic and beam resistance added, but not... yeah, it does not actually count towards your maximum of defense in those categories. So that makes it incredibly valuable. I imagine that is going to be present in a lot of people's builds of a lot of things. But okay, let's take this out and hope I actually remember to test everything out here. We are once again at 500 just to see how Zocs stand up to some of its attacks in terms of stun and stagger. And let's see. Here we go. Alright, let's find the Zoc, which I think is... Oh, hi Zoc. Alright, so we'll start with this uncharged. Okay, it's 5 shots in a burst, and it's not quite enough to stun a Zoc on its own, but... you can, if you overheat it, it will stun a Zoc. Okay, while we wait for that, let's look at the missiles. Not enough damage to build stun the Zoc, not even half enough, but yeah, 300 damage per tick of incendiary damage after that after that hits. Let's see. Here's the level 1 charge. Not enough to stun, does about 3150 to a support 200 points below it. And here's the big one, which 4275 and about 2/3 of the stagger gauge. That's not terrible. Let's just kill this real quick, so we have a fresh one to take a look at the double mega particle cannon's damage ratings. And we'll do all this again when, on something standard when we're done testing against Zocs to see just what stuns and what doesn't at what level. So, waiting for the Zoc. Should be any second now. There it is. Alright. And waiting for this. Okay, yeah, that was a stun, but not a heavy stagger, because that is a function of the Zoc's various resistances. The missiles are not in and of themselves enough to stun the Zoc. Yeah, as you can see, that takes a little bit of time to lock on. Good damage, though. And, yeah, let's start testing things on this standard Gundam over here. Okay, not quite enough to stun a standard Gundam uncharged either. Level 1 does stun. Level 2 does stun and pierce, as you can see by the heat mark on the wall behind it. Just going to kill this and move on to something else so we can, so I'm not... and that's about how long it takes to do build stun on something standard. So, okay, let's see to a garden variety Zgok E. The, let's see. Yeah, I believe this should cause heavy stagger against that. And we will find out. Okay, yep. Heavy stagger. We'll try the bombard funnels on that again to see how fast their stun buildup is. Moderately, but probably going to be best to stun something to keep it in the range of the funnels, because if they move, the funnels do not, to my knowledge, adjust their aim to compensate. Okay, the fire missile's not enough, but the fire missiles and the burst fire together are. Let's see, test this one more time. Okay, yeah, not enough. Basically, any of the sub-weapons plus the burst from the Hyper Mega Rifle is enough to stun. Let's see. This is the fin funnel shield. Since nothing's moving, can't show particularly show it off, but yes, if you hit reload, it does end. So, all right, time to check out melee, I suppose. I think we've tried everything else up to now. Neutral is a stab. Left is, quick swing left. Right is right. And down, I believe, is... Yes, the GPO 3 down swing. shared by the Jetta, and a whole bunch of other things, and extremely useful. Let's see. Okay, well, let's look at tackles, I think. Here is the standard tackle. Bonk. Yep, just a kick. I think it's the same one New Gundam uses. And then current hit points 30%. Yep. Okay, yeah, that puts me into Psycho Frame. As you can see, I'm moving faster. And the new counter is... okay, it's just a whole bunch of chest missiles. Neat. Which, interestingly, it does not otherwise use, because those are shoulder missiles. And yeah, so that is a weapon that is exclusive to the Psycho Frame counter, basically, because I guess because it's more weapons than the quick swaps would give you. Honestly, I would not mind seeing, things where you have to make the choice. Do I take Vulcans? Do I take those missiles? Etc. Because there are plenty of mobile suits with more than 8 weapons. Plenty. But, okay, let's see how long this takes to lock on in Psycho Frame mode. Significantly faster. Don't think it does any faster damage or anything, but it definitely does, pretty well. No change to the downswing animation. I think that is everything. It's, got a pretty good kit. It does... oh yeah, it does have resist move, which is a standard roll, it looks like. And of course, yeah, you take half damage while you're rolling, so... and let's see, what else? I'm sure I'm forgetting something. If I have forgotten to test something you want to see, let me know in the comments, and I will try to remember to throw it at the end of another video. But yeah, also, yeah, air dash here. So, yeah, that is pretty much the New Gundam HWS's skill set. As you can see, unlike the heat-based versions of the shield, these do not go away. They stay up until you hit reload to end it, or until they've blocked enough shots for you. Let's turn AI on a second and see what we've got. Let's see. No, I'm not going to let you melee me, though. I want you to shoot. No, that's not it. That is not how you do. Come on, shoot your guns. You shoot your guns. Okay, there. And yeah, as you can see, the Zagak-E's Mega Particle Cannon does do enough damage to get over the minimum damage threshold for this, so... and the Zak absolutely will, so... yep, so... and now it has to reload for 35 seconds, but that is how that works. And... okay, yeah, good piercing on that. Let's... oh boy, 2 Zaks. And good piercing on that. So let's bombard them. See if I can land that on both of them. Come on. Yeah, I feel like the lock-on takes a little bit of a long time on this for the bombard funnels. So just, yeah, be careful with that. That means that there's, certain ability or certain situations where other funnels might be of use to you that they're just not going to be here. For example, you probably won't have time to lock them onto a downed enemy in any kind of functional way, unlike psycho, funnels, fin funnels or Sazabi funnels when you're, in Psycho Frame, which otherwise generally would probably be fast enough to do something. But yeah, as you can see, not as many hits off of that. Decent amount, but yeah, not as many of when... there we go. Yeah, so, but if it melees, that shield goes away, so I would like to not be meleeed. So I'll just kill that. And... but yeah, this will last until I... until I finish this sentence. No, until I either cancel it or it takes up 5 beam shots. That's 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm pretty sure that Zoc is cheating, because actually they did just buff the Zoc as well, so that may be how many times it can now fire with its revised Mega Particle Cannon. Because, yeah, like I said, they just buffed that. Okay, Vulcans are still a pretty good choice for trying to stun a Zoc. But yeah, that was my last shot with that. And yeah, we'll call it there, because why explode? But yeah, that is the new Gundam HWS. Thanks once again to Bandai Namco Entertainment America for giving me a chance to show this off. And that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2 update. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later.